Greetings, viewers. Thanks for tuning in today. Looking at that CV axle I broke the last time I was out. Gonna change that. Gonna show you my favorite way to change those, what I think is the quickest, easiest way. Now, I got lucky when I broke this one. It just broke the cage inside the end down there, and everything stayed together. Because if it breaks and separates, you have to take it all apart because you've got to keep something in the clamshell in so you don't lose your fluid. And you got to keep a piece down here at this end bolted in so you don't run a risk of a bearing issue. So I got lucky and I didn't have to take anything apart until now. And I'm going to show you what I think is the quickest, fastest way to change out a CV joint. Okay, viewers, I'm going to try and do this axle swap, this CV half shaft for you live so you can see what I do to get this done. Now, I've already jacked the vehicle up, obviously, and taken the tire off. If you don't know how to do that part without watching, then abort your mission right now and pay someone to do your CV axle. I don't have a jack stand handy, so I've got some bricks and some wood stacked up there. If it's good enough for mobile homes, it's good enough for my truck. I trust it. Don't judge me. I'd use a jack stand if all 8 of mine weren't currently being used with vehicles on them. Now, I'll go through this and do it like I would do it out on a trail. I'm going to put a used one in because I don't have a new one. Didn't have one on hand. I'm okay with that. I put new ones in when I put all this front end together just because I've got an OG Toyota one right here. I'm just going to put it back in and then I'll get mine swapped back out. Using a bigger hammer than necessary never hurts. You got to take this cap off the end out here so you can access this nut. You need something kind of tight or with a finer point so you can get in there and get it started. Once you get it started, it's not too bad. I'll fumble around with this for 30 minutes and make the whole video longer than it needs to be. I drive it around the side. Once you get it in, drive it around the side like that. You see, as the blade gets bigger, it spreads it apart further. So, getting that first. Maybe I can move this around some and you can kind of see what's happening. Do it around the other side. Spin that around one. I did take my spacer. Nice. I use this 1/4 inch spacer because my tire rubs up here if I don't have that on, and it isn't a big deal, but it makes a rumbly sound when I turn and I don't like it. So I run that spacer on there. Nothing wrong with running a spacer. Okay, that cap is really tight in there. It doesn't want to give up. So we'll keep on going around with that hair for a minute. Eventually it'll give up. There you go, pried it off the end of the lug. Cotter pin in here has to be removed. You see all this crap here? Cotter pin removal, straighten her out. It's not real tight fit in there. Should be easy enough to get out. Hopefully I can reuse this. If I was out on a trail, I'd reuse it. I do have a new one, but I'm going to try to reuse this one. I'm squishing it together there. Grab a hold of it and pull it out. Safety cap on there. Now I have this great big giant concoction that I put together to get this nut off when I used to work on Volkswagens. It's the same size nut as was on the Volkswagen. So I built this little thing here with a lever. I forgot to get a pry bar to stop this, so hang on just a second while I grab that. Now before I can pull or put this on there and use the leverage to get it off there, I need something that's going to stop this wheel from spinning. Got to go, of course, this way to loosen. So I will find a spot that stops this wheel from turning. See if that'll do it, and it'll break this loose. Doesn't take a whole lot of pressure, not a lot of torque on that, so that wasn't bad at all. Yes, I do, sorry for all the noises, carry that around with me when I go wheeling if I'm taking shafts with me. If I did take any shafts with me last time, and that's why I'm doing this here in the garage instead of out on the trail. Okay, once that's off and you get the lower ball joint off, this will all come right up out of the way. So hopefully you can see what I'm going to do next. Under the ball joint, I'll go under there and take the bolts out real quick. They're 17s. Get my, I can't get it up in there. Let me see if I can, without jacking it up a little bit higher, which that wouldn't be a bad plan anyway, to get some tension on it. Okay, now I should be able to get up in there with my extension and my ratchet, or impact. I'm going to go looser. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm stuck. There we go. So I could have jacked that up a little bit higher and made that look a little less stupid. But to get all those out, you already seen where the ball joint is dropped out. So you got your jack under there. Kick your hammer. Smack her on the end there. Flip that up, out of your way. Now the inside is going to take a drift and a smack to get it out. I might be able to get this one with a pry bar. Usually I didn't take my skid plate off, but it is bent all to crap anyway. So I might try that with something to pry on it first. I don't think I can get it. Nope, it's not going to let me have it there. Hang on while I get a pry tool or a drift. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I forgot. I thought I had everything I needed. So I just grabbed a little pry bar like this. Skid plate right here. You can get right up behind it and just give it a snap or two, and then it comes out. Pull it. I got a tray under there for to catch any drippies. A little tiny bit is running out there. I don't know if you can see. You can't really see up in there, but after I took that out, just a little bit running out. The drain pan is catching it. Set this axle to the side. Take some lube from what's dripping out or off your other axle. Lube up your spots where your seals go on your new axle. Catch a little bit of that grease. You got a new seal. It's got seals in there new that I just recently put in, so I'm not putting in a new seal again. But you just take some of that grease that's dripping, get it on your finger, lube up the spots where your new seals are going to go, and grab this baby back and line everything up. We got put in there. Well, doesn't want to go in. Come on now. Work with me, not against me. There, I got it. Well, she's fighting me all the way here. Oh, it's that silly clip on the end. I forgot. Got to get past that. So this is the hardest part, is just fumbling around with all this stuff to get everything lined up and held in place. Getting getting to it and getting it out isn't as bad as it could be. So if you're out on the trail, and of course you'd have your buddies heckling you at this point as well. There it goes. All right, and now that's all the way in. Can't pull it out. A little barbaric, but it worked. This seal is greased up. I did take some of that lube that was dripping down and grease that again. Take your new one, get it in there. Mind your ABS ring in there if you haven't already destroyed it from other previous axle changes. Now all I gotta do is bolt this back up here. Use your jack. Raise it up. Get everything lined up here. Get a bolt started or two, just like show you. Now some people will say, don't reuse these. I am not of that school. I don't see any harm in reusing a perfectly good bolt. Let me get a little bit more raise on that. These have to be lined up just right. Oh, I'm way off from the other side there. There we go. I keep saying there we go, but I haven't got it yet. I'll try one on the back side here. I'm going to look at my head now. Oh, see, I wasn't in there yet. Still off of my block. There we go. I need a third hand here to hold that down. Well, you can watch me continue to fumble with these. There we go, got one. Gonna have to work at getting that one. Put your nut back on the end. The gist of it's finished here. Oh, about 15 minutes worth of video, plus getting tools. It's that easy. So if you're out on the trail, take one. Don't be afraid. Don't forget to put your nut on and tighten it in your cotter pin and everything. Take your wrench to get your end piece off. But don't be afraid to break a CV out on the trail, because your buddies will laugh at you. But you can be done in 20 minutes. So there's changing a CV axle in 20 minutes or less.